Hey guys, it's Scott again with another quick how-to video. I'm out here in my workshop today, and what I'm dealing with is a bad carburetor on my hedge trimmer. This particular model is a Shindawa DH230. So instead of just trying to fix it, you know, new gaskets or whatever, I just went ahead and bought a new one. It's inside this pack. I haven't even opened it yet, but I got it for $15, you know, online. So to me, it's just easy to replace it, and it's supposed to have come with fuel lines and everything. So let's go and start working on it. See what we can do here. Okay, so I made sure there was no gas in it. I dumped all that. Now I'm just gonna take off the air filter cover. Go from there. Look at that, it doesn't even have a filter in it. Okay. So you know I do all my videos with one hand, which, while I'm holding the camera on my other one, so you know this is a little tricky to show you exactly how I'm doing it. One day I'll invest in a tripod or whatever. So I'm just taking, I had to use a hex key wrench. Just unscrew these. Get this cover off. That's pretty long. That one. It actually takes the whole thing down. Okay. I think I only done this once before, so, but it looks simple, just like anything. Just don't be afraid to try it, you know. Okay, so there was a back plate here that came off, and now all you're gonna do is pull the trigger to release, you know, the throttle, so that you can pull that wire out. Okay, so I got to put the phone down to do that. Okay, so if you can see how that is out of there now. See, I kind of had, when I pulled the trigger up, I kind of had to hold this with my thumb, and then I took a pair of needle nose pliers and just kind of grabbed it and pulled it out. Okay, very carefully. And then now this should just pull right through here. Let me see here. Put the phone down. It did. See how it just pulled right through. Now I want to get these fuel lines off. You can see there's a little clamp right there, a little hose clamp. You should be able to squeeze that, maybe even with my fingers, and kind of move it forward off of that. There we go, and then I should be able to just pull it off the nipple there, and the same with the other one. Alright, so I got both of those off. Now, as I'm looking, the new carburetor they sent me, it's either different, or this part and this part are opposite. So I don't know if I can see if I can switch that upside down or something. Let's see here. So all I did was take a Phillips head root screwdriver and unscrew both of these all the way, and then I just simply turned this thing around to make it match that, and I'm putting the screws back in it. Now I'm tightening it up. Hopefully that's going to be okay. So I set the carburetor off to the side, and I decided, since this thing came with some new fuel lines, I'm going to take this tank off and inspect it and see if I should replace these or not, since I have them. So I'm just using a hex key, and I'm taking these bolts off. I had to actually put WD-40 oil on it to get these things broke loose. So now I just broke it loose, and that's all I'm doing now is just taking them off, just like that. Okay. So you see there's like a little washer right there. Be careful, because there's another one on the other side. See, and on this side too, because this one fell. Oh my goodness, there it is. Sorry, it was there, so just be careful to put those back. Then I noticed I got a hex key on this one, because there's one underneath that has to be broken loose that I didn't see until just now. So I'm going to take that off. Okay, so I got the gas tank off. That last one was a real pain, that nut, man, having to do it. But I just kept doing it a little bit of time with the hex key, because I didn't want to take off all this handle. But anyway, now I notice that the fuel lines they gave me, they put them in the wrong size grommet, but they gave me another one. I wish they were already in this one, which is the correct size. So now what I'm doing is having to take these lines out of here, put them in this new grommet, and I'm using some grease, actually, just some all-purpose grease, and I'm just like putting it around the tube and then pushing it through the hole. It's a pain. You gotta be patient, okay? So that's all I'm doing now. Alright, so I got all the lines through. I got this one out. That was a real pain to get out of that hole. And then now I'm going to just grease this up a little bit and then slip it in through here and push it back into that hole, okay? So let me go ahead and start doing that. Okay, so I got all that in, wiped off of the excess grease, and then I just kind of wiggled this thing back in here. Now you can see I'm just putting the screws. I'm going to keep putting them on, and then the one on the bottom. Then I've kind of just put the carburetor back, you know, the pieces back together, and I'm going to just set it, you know, screw it in there, and then hook up these two hoses, because that third one wasn't on the other one, but it's on this one. I can't remember exactly what it's for, but I think it's on a lot of the newer stuff. And then I'm going to hook up the throttle cable and go from there. All right, I just wanted to also show you, I wound up taking the handle off. There's only 2 bolts right here, but it was just too much of a pain to get this bottom one. That wasn't that big a deal. I probably should have did that to start with. So now I'm just tightening the bottom one. I already got the 2 up top. You can see I've connected the 2 lines with the 2 new fuel lines. I got the, okay, that's nice, pretty tight there. Do everything with one hand. I wish I could show you a little better. So we got that. So now I'm just going to put this handle back on. It was just 2 hex keys. So take that off if you're going to take the tank off and replace the lines. I just did it because I don't know if they needed it, but I just did it since they came with it. It also even came with a new spark plug that I think I'm going to put on too. So everything's tightened up. I'm just hoping I don't have to adjust this carburetor. That would be great if it already come and just started working. We'll find out though. So on this model, all you do is unscrew this cover, and that exposes the spark plug. And you're gonna have to use this kind of a, you know, regular open-ended or enclosed-in wrench, because you can't get a regular spark plug socket wrench on there. I'm just gonna lefty loosey, righty tighty. I know you can all do this too. There we go. Hopefully that looks just like the new one. Looks pretty good. Alright, so just put this one in, and we'll be, look at that leaf in there. Huh. Alright, got that on, and then you just put the little, clip that spark plug wire back on, and put our cover back on. Got that tight. Now I just put my air filter cover back on. Really wasn't that hard, was it? Well, as long as it works. I'm going to fill it up with gas and give this bad boy a try. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you that it's working. Started good. I didn't even have to adjust it. So I guess the carburetor was already pretty much preset. So for $15 I got a carburetor, a spark plug, and new fuel lines. It's working great, good as new. So you can do it too, I'm sure. If you can think of a better way, that's great. Turn it off, and I hope you all have a good rest of the day. Take care. Bye.